Happy Wednesday. Time for your Wednesday critique. Today is very different than yesterday. Yesterday we had like 13 submissions. Today we have one. We have Ashley's here, but one is enough to make a video critique. So I'll get to the critique in just a minute. A couple announcements off the top. Jasmine and I are going to be conducting the presentation we gave at SIGGRAPH. We are going to do it again tomorrow for all of you. It'll be at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so New York City time, 1:30 p.m. We will be broadcasting that on our Facebook pages. If you cannot attend those, don't worry. We're going to be recording those. They'll live in Facebook, but we'll also hopefully get a higher quality version of it posted to YouTube later that evening. And that'll be that. So it's Secrets to the Lighting Artist. We cover some theoreticals. Then we go through some lighting examples when we actually go through. I'll take you through Nuke. Jasmine will take you through Lightroom and show you some image techniques, some things that we've done to just make better images. And it's all about like storytelling for animation through lighting. So we're very excited about that. We had a great turnout at SIGGRAPH, and we're very excited to present that to you as well. Additionally, one other announcement, I'm going to be out this Friday. It turns out I need to have another oral surgery. Yay! So I will be out Friday. I will be all puffy faced, so unable to be recording anything. But hopefully that'll be all cured by Monday, fingers crossed, and I'll be back in action on Monday. Other than that, I think we are good to go. So let's go ahead and hop into Ashley's image here. So this is a huge improvement over what we had the last time. Specifically in the colors that you chose, the palette looks really good. A lot of warmth, a lot of like warm blue, like warmth in the skin, blue in the surroundings, just like the right amount of mixing that stuff together. Really, really beautiful stuff. A lot of soft shapes, a lot of soft shadows in here. Loving everything about these. Let's take a look at some of the specifics. We've got like the shape of the key light kind of coming around here, causing like a pseudo Rembrandt lighting. Love the shaping coming across the forehead here. We've got across the hair, across the chin, across the neck, coming down here. We've got the intensity of the rim light coming in from this light here. Love that. Just a lot of good stuff coming on. Love this slashing shape across the shirt. Love the fade off as we go down there. All looking really, really great. There are some areas that I think that we can improve upon. The first of which is I actually think that we've pushed the depth of field a bit too far. I looked at the original version. It would be nice to get a little bit of sharpness into the chair here, and then just increase what's going on back here a little bit more. And then increase from where it was the last time, a little bit of a decrease from where we are now. So kind of split the difference between where we were and where we are now back there, and then just sharpen up the area in here. Additionally, since we're getting this bright rim light on him here, we need to intensify this one a little bit. So this happens in the comp. This will happen like when you start to blur things and put things out of focus, you start to lose the brights because they get dissipated over the space. So we need to find a way of punching that up a little bit. One way of doing that, and I don't have Nuke open right now, but you can try this. So before you add your blur, if you're doing this in Nuke, what you want to do is you want to, okay, so you've got your stack. What you want to do, this is going to be a funny way of doing this, but you want to add a gamma node, and you want to set that to 0.5. So you've got your image coming in here. You want to gamma it down. Then you want to blur it up, however you're blurring it. And you want to blur, let's say like, 8 pixels or whatever. And then on the outside of that, you want to add another gamma and do 2. So what you're doing is you're cutting the gamma in half, blurring it, and then bringing it back up. What this does is this takes the bright pixel values, pulls them down, blurs them, and then lifts them back up so that they kind of reach their brightness. What we found is that will actually preserve some of the highlights in the blurring. So hopefully, I'm not 100% sure you're using Nuke, but if you are, I would do that technique, and then out we go here and onward and upward. And then in terms of the edge blur, it's just too much. Unfortunately, it's like when we do that, we kind of only want the edge blur to be like maybe 3 or 4 pixels. At the most, I usually do like 2 or 1, but just like you just want to smudge the edge a little bit. This amount of blur up over the top of them it's hard. It just feels off a little bit because you kind of want his, because like everything else about him is in crisp and in focus, and so you just want all of his components to be in focus. And when you get this much blur, it feels out of focus, feels fuzzy, and fuzzy isn't what we're going for. We're just looking for that slight bit of bleed before the background and the foreground images. And then additionally, I think that we're getting good shaping. I think that you can push some of this red light into him here. Not much, like maybe just a little bit of rim, and then just like a soft subtleness of the red down here. Just something, because this area on him is getting a little bit, right there. It's a terrible square. Is getting a little bit dark, and I think that you can get a little more shaping in there. Other than that, for the eyes, I think they're looking good. Just need to. Oh, not in there. What I would do with the eyes is, again, just looking at the eyes, take down the saturation a little bit. And then we're going to try and just brighten them up just a touch. Just somewhere in this region. And really I'm looking at the eye whites, so let me take off the iris here too. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. So like that value on the eye whites. Just when they start to get a little bit too blue, they start to look a little bit marbly, and that's not necessarily ideal. And other than that, I think we're feeling pretty good. Oh, and then I think Morrow had this looking pretty good in his. He had a similar setup with it being in a movie theater. And one of the things that we tried to do was add like a reflection of the screen itself into the eye, just to kind of tie everything together. If you want to do that, I think that would be a nice way of bringing that in as well. Because it looks like right now that the ding is like cutting off at the iris, and we really kind of want to push it in a little bit more there too. And it's just nice when you can make it look like, you know, when the character's staring at something and you can put that reflection in the eye, you just tie both of those two elements together. So I think that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. It's looking great. You're improving rapidly, and it's been a lot of fun to work with you over the last few weeks. So let me know if you have any questions, and I am happy to help. So keep going, keep lighting, and I will talk to you all soon. All right. Happy lighting, everybody.